Hello.
Hello, can you guys all hear me?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay.
Yep.
So Jeffrey can't make it again, so I'm gonna run the meeting this week as well. I'll just wait for everyone else to get here. Hi, Rachel.
Hello.
Jeffrey can't make it, so I'm gonna be running the meeting today, just so you know.
Great.
Okay. I don't know if Anna's coming. I thought she was, but I won't make you guys wait around. So hopefully she joins, but we can just get started. So first of all, I just kind of, I guess, want to know how the past week went for everyone. If you guys like the sort of thing we're doing, or if you guys have any concerns. I just kind of want your general thoughts about how everything's going. So, Kelly, do you want to start?
Sure. For me personally, I had a really busy week, so I didn't do much of the work. But as for like the Animoto videos, that's our main priority at the moment, right? Just making videos. And then on top of that, we also had some to make some photos on the side. Was that
Yeah,
what it was?
he still wants us to be making images, but since we've been doing images, our main focus is to learn about doing videos because that's new to us. So you should probably be spending more time doing that. But yes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Like the workload does not seem too much at all, unlike the previous week. So I think it's going pretty well.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Alex, do you have anything you want to say or?
Yeah, well, I started school too, so I've been a little busy this week, but yeah, the workload's fine. I think like doing, one or two videos and then just a couple images is doable. And I've just been working on some for the images, I've just been working on like YouTube thumbnails, and I did kind of go back to the Canva image. Well, I sent that to you, Marley, yesterday, and I fixed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of refreshing to go back to the Canva image. But yeah, just working on the videos, I guess. And later, I'll share my video about screen recording. It's only for PC, but if you guys have a PC, it'll help. So I'll share that later.
Cool. Rachel, do you have any thoughts, concerns?
Yeah, I spent more time in not Canva, Animoto last week, kind of just redoing images and redoing videos. I think, at least for me, it's more beneficial to kind of revisit things I've already done than to like build on it and try to guess if it's right. Truthfully, feeling a bit lost, I feel like, in the fact of not by anyone's account, but just not enough feedback right away. And I understand everyone's busy and life happens and 2020 is weird. But it's hard to kind of move forward with images and videos without getting feedback within like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, so I guess, I don't know if that's like a personal preference or what. At least for me, I kind of like knock it all out in like a day or two. So I'll do like all of my images one day and all of my videos another. And then it's kind of hard to do anything until, at least for me, I know if it's great or bad. Like, I don't care either way, but
No, I totally get that. As far as image feedback, I know. So Jeffrey told me that he asked for everyone's Canva login. And what he was planning on doing was going into everyone's Canva, making some small adjustments to whatever images he thought needed adjusting. And then he was going to send them back to you. And then you'd have like a side-by-side comparison of your original image versus the image he went back and edited a bit. Yeah, so that's still his plan to do. He was gonna do that yesterday, but he told me he twisted his ankle pretty bad and couldn't work yesterday. So he has a bunch of client work to do today since he didn't work yesterday, but he said he was gonna try to fit that in today. So hopefully he'll be able to do that, and then that'll be a bit more feedback for you guys.
cool.
So fingers crossed, we'll see. So yeah, feedback, I know it's not the best.
Right.
I again will try to get better at doing that, but I know that he is gonna try to focus on that more as well.
Well, and I don't want to make like more work for him by any means by having him go in Canva and do it for us. Like, I have no problem if like all my feedback is negative. I mean, that's cool if it's positive too. But I just feel like I'm not getting feedback to know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I'm kind of spinning my wheels, just in general. So I don't know if that's just me or what. So
Yeah, is anyone else struggling with that, just while we're talking about it, like lack of feedback?
I think for me personally, I can definitely see where Rachel is going at because sometimes I do feel like I'm just creating things, and I don't know whether or not it's correct. But I think lately it's been better with like Canva. I think I'm a little more like concerned about videos now.
yeah.
And yeah, I think like for me personally, um, I agree also with the fact that like Jeffrey doesn't necessarily have to like go in and like revise it for us. I think we appreciate it if like it's like a quicker feedback than if he were to like go in. I feel like that would take a lot longer for him to do so.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and he is like obviously struggling to find the time to go in and actually do that, which is understandable. He has a lot of work to do, but
Because if we each have 5 images, that's like 25 images to look at, not including videos.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to make him do work.
When I meet with him next, I can talk to him about that and just kind of say like people would prefer quicker feedback rather than you having to do a bunch of extra work. So I'll
Yeah.
bring it up with him.
Cool.
And then yeah, I again will try to message you guys and be
And-
quick about that.
And you guys can just send your videos like straight to me too for probably quicker feedback. I'll probably get to you faster than Jeffrey does just because he's so busy. And even I have like issues just talking to him about anything. And I can go over like I had a one-on-one meeting with Jeffrey about videos last time, and I thought we were gonna go over it today. Like he was just gonna go over it with everyone. So I'll just go over it. It's pretty simple. I already went over it with Marley too. So in terms of video, he kind of wants I guess like specifics. So if you have like 2 sentences on a scene, you can make it 2 separate scenes. So you can have 1 sentence per scene. Because then that way you don't have too much text and then you have even more imagery. So that's one thing that he really emphasized. And then, yeah, just he also wants you to avoid periods. So it kind of tricks the reader to show them that they're not just reading, a block of text. They're kind of watching a video. So you can have like commas and I think some periods are necessary, if it's like 2 short sentences. but overall he just doesn't want periods, and he wants like just a sentence without a period, and then like the next sentence. And then let's see. Oh, and then kind of like layout again. This ties to Canva images and kind of what we've been practicing, but he really likes 2 lines that are really legible. So if I have a sentence that like has a, it'll say something, and then there'll be like a comma at the end, and then there's like one word after it, and then the sentence below it. He'd like the word after the comma to just like go on the bottom sentence, so it all kind of flows, so it's like really easy to read. So just keep that in mind. And then
Just adding to the format thing really quick. He also likes when the bottom line of text is longer than the top line. If if they're gonna be different lengths, he wants the bottom one longer rather than the top. That's just like a little nitpicky thing. Anyway, continue.
okay, yeah, he didn't tell me about that, but that's good to know.
That's just something I sort of picked up on.
Oh, okay, yeah, like he doesn't really like if one or the other is like really long either. Like if
Yeah.
they're pretty equal, then it looks nice. So he likes that. That's about it for the pretty much the core video layout and structure, I guess. So just keep that in mind.
Are we?
Oh no, go ahead.
Are there any fonts and or templates that he recommends using?
Well, fonts should always be, I think in Animoto it's just Lotto. I think that's like the only option. So yeah, he wants to stay with the consistent Lotto font. And then in terms of design, he's pretty open to it as long as it's not like, I guess he hasn't really said anything about design, and all my videos have like pretty much different designs, different transitions. I don't really have filters on them, but pretty much I think he's open to it. Yeah.
Because I know I tried to like, I don't know, use different colors and templates and weird things in Canva. That would be nice to like, I don't know, kind of push the box in Animoto. I feel like once we get all a little bit more familiar, I guess that kind of goes back to the feedback thing. If I do like some weird video out of left field, that's great if it works, and if not, that's totally okay. But I don't want to be doing like the same video with different text for the next like 6 months.
No, yeah, definitely. I've been using different designs because I don't want to have the same video over and over. And he hasn't said anything about it, so I can double check with him later. But yeah.
Yeah, just try out whatever you want, experiment. We're still learning, so you might as well just try out new things and yeah, just take the opportunity. If he doesn't like give you super negative feedback right away, then that's probably a good sign. Let's see. Oh yeah, another thing about video is that I kind of touched on this in a message I sent you guys, but he really doesn't want videos to have a title slide. Because he told me that most of the videos we make are gonna be like YouTube ads. So, obviously you can skip a YouTube ad most of the time after 5 seconds. So he doesn't want the whole 5 seconds to be taken up by a title slide because everyone's just going to automatically skip that. So when you're making a video, just skip the title slide and get right into the main content. He also really likes when you end slides with like a ... because then that intrigues people to go to the next slide and see what you're saying there. So that's another good strategy to use. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a tip he showed us. So I don't know if you guys have struggled with the text in Animoto at all. When you're trying to resize it and then it completely reformats itself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's pretty frustrating. But Jeffrey showed both Alex and I, if you format the text the way you want, and then at the front, like at the beginning of your text, hit enter on each line. Then when you try to resize it, it'll stay in the formatting that you have it. Does that make sense?
So just one space
So hit enter.
or enter, sorry.
Yeah, enter on both lines at the very beginning, like at the start of the line of text. And then that way it won't like reformat itself and you won't have to struggle doing that. Oh yeah, and so yeah, Alex kind of said already, but you guys can send videos to him as well because he's kind of acting as a second supervisor at this point, so he'll be able to give you guys feedback on videos too, and he has video experience, so he knows what he's doing. Oh yeah, Jeffrey's also very he really likes the idea of people recording their screen to use for footage for the videos. So, because a lot of the stuff in Animoto is just pretty basic, you know, stock images, and you can't get super specific. So does everyone know how to record their screen? I know Alex said he was gonna share a video with you guys, but
Yeah.
Kelly, do you know how to record your screen?
I can probably figure it out because I have a Mac.
You have a Mac? Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
have a Mac too, so
Okay.
all you have to do is do Command Shift 5 at the same time, and then that'll bring up the record options. And with a Mac, it's pretty easy because you can select a portion of your screen that you want to record, so you don't have to worry about getting like any weird stuff you don't want in there in your video. So that's really helpful. So yeah, just making videos as specific as possible. He's really big on that, and then obviously recording your screen can help make stuff more specific. As far as images go, he right now is focused on how relevant people's images are. He thought that some of the images were a little obscure or like choosing details out of the blog posts that weren't necessarily super relevant. And so he just wants everyone to consider who our audience is, which it's going to be people interested in SEO services or people who run businesses. So just when you're picking details out of the blog post, keep that in mind and think about what those people would want to see.
I had a question about that because I think that was partially one of my images.
Yeah, it was multiple people.
I did something like, I think it had to do, pretty much it was like 7 ways to do something or like top 5 tricks of something. And then it was like a bold header. And then the image next to it was interesting, that I was hoping I could make an image that could replace that one because it was one from like 2015 or 2016. That's why I created that image, so that I would like live within the article, and then the other image I created could stand as like the social media post. Does he not want us doing that at all? Because I was trying to do like multiple images per post, but I could just do one.
No, I think it's fine to do multiple images. I think, was that the one that he said was just outdated, or was that somebody else?
Yeah, that was me. So part of it pretty much was like, it was not very long of a post, so I kind of had to backtrack after that, but I pulled like wording from that paragraph that pertained to that paragraph, so that image really, yeah, and that's why I was like, it says it in the article.
So
I mean, better choosing of me and my article and words in the future, totally understandable, but I'm just wondering, I was trying to like, again, kind of press the boundaries and kind of think outside the box and create something to put in the article since it was so outdated.
Yeah, and that's good. Ideally, like the images you create would fit nicely into the blog post and like replace the images that are there. I think the main problem he had was just not so much with your image, I don't think, but more so just that the blog post was really outdated.
Okay.
And before he, like had negative feedback about your image because he didn't necessarily like the blog post itself.
So I don't, pardon me. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I said that kind of in my feedback in the Skype message. I feel like we're running out of blog posts. At least for me, I'm scraping for like 2016, 2015. Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
I
Not like I'm blaming anyone that ever wrote those blog posts, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know that we've been making a lot of images and for a while now, so it's getting kind of hard to come up with ideas. If you want, you could always go back and look at some of the first images you created and see if those can be improved on, or because we've learned a lot since we first started making images. So you can always go back to older blog posts that you already did and try to make new images.
Sure.
Or just like if you have different ideas for ones you've already done. I know it is kind of hard. So I would say this week, again, try to just do 2 to 3 images. I definitely think the time we told you to do 5 was too many. So
Yeah,
especially
maybe like
when
3.
especially when we're doing it every single week. Like if you had to do 5 a week, you'd just run out of ideas so fast. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. I know that I saw like blog posts come out rarely, but I've seen a couple new ones recently. So hopefully the blog team is creating new stuff, and then that'll be able to give us more ideas for what to post. But
There's some in drafts. I think I accidentally did a draft one time. Are we allowed to do those? Because they're not published. But
oh, like a blog post that's a draft.
yeah, it says it like in bold, I think, when you go down to like edit. Some of them are drafts. I don't know if we're like pulling at straws there, but
Um, I don't know. I mean, I would probably say no, just because the ultimate goal is that we create a co-schedule post with it,
okay.
and you can't really do that if it's not posted, obviously. So you could always like have those in the back of your mind, and then when it finally gets posted, if it ever does, then you'll be able to create an image for it. But I would say hold off on doing that just because we want to make co-schedule posts with them.
Okay.
Um, does anyone else have any questions?
Oh, I feel like I talked a lot.
um,
For the Animoto videos this week, what topics do you want us to do?
I would say so keep doing like either about Animoto, or you could do like about a training video. I'm gonna double check with Jeffrey too. He didn't specifically say what he wanted videos to be about this week, so I will message him and then I'll send you guys a message in our little chat just to make sure, because if I feel like there's just not a ton of things to talk about when it's just Animoto, and then like the training videos are just kind of, I feel like they're just kind of hard to make a video on. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna double check with him and I'll let you guys know. But I would say as far as homework goes, just make it the same as last week. Did everyone do okay with video intros? I know it's kind of confusing, like me trying to explain it to you guys over just typing it out, but did everyone do okay with that? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I sent one to like the feedback group, so if you could look over that, that'd be nice.
Okay, yeah. I didn't have
Yeah.
the chance to watch yours yet, but I'll look at it after
Mhm.
this. Cool. I think that's all I really have for today, unless anybody else had anything they wanted to add really quick. No, we're good. Alex, you got anything? Or are you good? Good. Okay.
I'm good. Yeah. Well, one thing I noticed, which was kind of weird, it's not anything, but I made a post for why businesses need websites, and I was just gonna make like another Canva post on it, and I got a 404 error, and it was like gone. So I
What?
thought that was yeah, I thought that was weird. So I messaged Jeffrey. So hopefully he can fix that because
Wait, like the blog post was gone?
yeah, the
or-
blog post is a 404 error, like it's gone. So
Oh,
hopefully it's still there, and hopefully other blog posts don't have that issue. So
yeah.
I haven't been in CoSchedule recently.
yeah,
I would say if you guys make an image for a blog post and then the blog post randomly disappears, still just send your images. We'll just count it. I don't know. That's a really weird situation, but I definitely think that your work should still be counted for. So, yeah, if that randomly happens, then still just like count it as an image and then hopefully the blog post reappears someday.
yeah, yeah.
I think it
I asked
is
Jeffrey about
just that. I think it is just that one blog
Just that
post
one?
because I've been on it
Okay.
recently. Yeah.
What? That's so weird. Someone was just like, this article's trash and just deleted
Never
it.
mind.
Well, that's unfortunate, but maybe it'll come back someday. Maybe it just needed some serious editing and they're gonna repost it. I guess we'll see. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you all in our one-on-one meetings, and then yeah, just let me know. Feel free to message me if you guys have any questions throughout the week. Yeah, so thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Alex and
Thank
Marley, for always
you.
being point of contact.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you
for-
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging, guys. Bye.
Wait, Marley,
All right, bye.
do you think we can have ours now?
Yeah,
Like
can
our
I?
one-on-one again?
Yeah, can I call you on Skype instead?
For sure.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
bye-bye.
All right, bye.